There was once a Jew who came to a rabbi, and he tells the rabbi, I want to kill my wife. And the rabbi says, you want to kill your wife? Do you realize the repercussions? And he says, yes, I want to kill my wife. It's terrible. My marriage is miserable. I hate her. I want to kill my wife. So the rabbi says, if you go ahead and you kill her, you'll go to jail. You'll go to prison. What's the point? So the guy says to the rabbi, tell me how to kill my wife without suffering the repercussions. And the rabbi says, I have an idea for you. It says in the books that if you make a large pledge to the synagogue and you don't pay it within a year, your wife will die. So why don't you go to shul, commit a huge sum to charity, and don't pay it, your wife will die. The guy says to the rabbi, Rabbi, that is brilliant advice. That's exactly what I'm going to do. The next Shabbos, the man went to shul, got an aliyah, got called up to the Torah, and he says, I want to make a pledge to the synagogue. How much do you want to pledge? $1 million. The local rabbi went crazy. $1 million? That's incredible. That's amazing. He said, yes, I want to pledge $1 million to the synagogue. Anyways, after Shabbat, this Jew goes to the rabbi. He says, our plan is working. It's in action. I made a pledge to the synagogue, and I'm not going to pay it. So the rabbi says, yes, but there's one catch. If you are going to continue being mean to your wife, everybody's going to know that the reason why you made the pledge was in order to kill her. So in order that nobody should suspect you of doing that, you have to be nice to your wife. He says, what should I do? He says, well, why don't you buy her a nice dress this week? And the week after, why don't you take her out for dinner? And the week after that, give her a compliment. And the week after that, tell her you love her. Just so that people won't realize that you're trying to kill her. And the guy says, Rabbi, I'm going to follow your advice. That week, he bought his wife a dress, something he had never done before in his life. The week after, he told his wife how much he loves her, something he had never done before. The week after that, he went out for dinner with his wife, something he had also never done with her. He spent time with her. And the more he was nice to her, the more she reciprocated. And over the few months that this started happening, they actually started loving each other and appreciating each other more and more and more. After 11 and a half months had passed, and the guy had fallen in love with his wife again, the rabbi sent him an invoice for $1 million for his pledge. So he quickly went to the rabbi who conceived the whole plan. He said, oh my God, I totally forgot about the pledge. What should I do? And the rabbi said, what's the problem? Your wife's going to die. That's what you wanted. He said, no, I don't want my wife to die anymore. I love her. So the rabbi said, aha, you love her. Well, now you don't have a choice. Now you have to pay your pledge. Pay it in installments, but you have to pay it. And the moral of the story is, many times in our lives, we simply don't spend enough time with our spouses to appreciate them. And the same thing is with our relationship with God. We now find ourselves in the period of the 3 weeks. It's a dark time on the Jewish calendar. It's a terrible time. It's the period where the first temple was destroyed, the second temple was destroyed. On Tisha B'Av, we fast, we pray. It's a very tough time for the Jewish nation. Sometimes we feel like a little frustrated with God. We feel out of love with God. We don't like Him so much. Our business is not going so good. Our relationship with our spouse is not so good. Health problems, whatever problems we have. And sometimes the solution is start spending time with God. Start showing Him how much we appreciate Him. Go to shul, start davening, start learning a little bit of Torah, start lighting Shabbat candles. Demonstrate to God that you love Him, and you will fall in love with Him. Just like with a spouse, buy them gifts, spend time with them, and you'll fall in love with them. The same thing is with God. Even in this dark time of the Jewish calendar, spend time with God, and you'll see how you will fall in love with Him. Hope you enjoyed this live Facebook Torah class. Thank you, Facebook, for allowing us to broadcast live.